Hi Libra, welcome to your July reading. I'm so happy for this reading. I feel like you guys have deserved a win for a long time. And it was like one thing after another. It just kept hitting you. But here we are in a cardinal season. And it feels like the pressure is finally off. It feels like a little breathing room. And in your free time, July finds you doing what you love to do most, which is socialize, be out there, move on. Remember, and I know we've talked about this before, but the Eight of Cups is someone who has come very, very, very close to bliss. They are just 2 cups away from the prize. They are 1 cup away from emotional self-reliance. So to come this close and walk away is heart-wrenching. To get it done and actually move forward is enormously commendable. So the card's recognizing first up right away. You've given yourself the closure. You've given yourself the closure. There has been so much of this. And you know, I think you're grateful for it. I think it's only enriched you as a person. It's enriched your character. And it's given you even more compassion and sympathy for the people around you, who you may have thought up until now were not handling their lives as coolly as they should. You have had quite a lesson in being uncool. But you handled it perfectly, and here we are. And you're ready. You're ready to move past this pain, and July is exactly what you've been waiting for. It's fun, it's interesting, there's lots of fun people around to meet, there's lots of fun places to go. Interesting, unique experiences find you. No need to do anything more risky than what comes at you. No need to drive too fast or invest money. You don't need to do anything like that. The risks will find you in July, and they'll be benign. But the risky situations that you put yourself in, where you push forward with your will, they can get you in trouble. So be careful with that. The other thing about these first 2 cards is that you've been realizing how much waste there is in your life. Whether it's financial waste, whether you're thinking about composting, whether Mercury retrograde made you realize that you've been carrying around lots of dead horses, whatever it is. You're done with the baggage. You can't feel trapped anymore by all these things. The excess makes you feel trapped. Be honest about it. Get rid of it. If that means you need to throw out a bunch of stuff in your house or go to therapy, only you know. But whatever is going to help you get rid of it. You find yourself feeling very dominant. This can lead to feelings of jealousy, by the way. When you feel really, really good about yourself, you want everyone else to feel that way about you too. And if they don't match your level, you can be jealous and upset by it. So we're going to try to stay on the right side of that vanity. Especially during those squares, Mars, Uranus, Venus, Uranus. It's easy to be jealous. It's easy to be petty, even about something that doesn't even really concern you, just because the emotions are there, right? You may also want to rely on your good luck to help you express what you feel. You may want to buy people's affection. You may want to express yourself with grand gestures and lavish gifts, all King of Swords territory. I would advise against it. Even if you are in a situation where you really like someone, it's too soon and it's too much. Especially if they've never done anything like that for you. It's also important now, King of Swords, to address this idea of pride. Don't use money to show off to people right now. It's such a mistake, and if you look back in your life, you can probably pinpoint a few moments that would have gone a lot better had you not done that. So, the more low-key you can be about your financial success, and there is quite a lot of it. I know there's only 3 cards out, but it's so funny. It's 8 of Cups, finally moving away from the trauma. 9 of Swords, being really upset about it. King of Swords, we're back on our game. And now the Devil. We are interested in the material. We are interested in dominating yet another field. We are interested in getting to the very top. And there's nothing wrong with it. It seems to me like your priorities have refocused after a long time. Whatever has happened has taken you from a very sad place to a very joyful, publicly joyful even, space. And it's so wonderful, because I think you stayed in this energy for so long that people just kind of gave up on you. Even people you know, people you love, they were riding with you as long as they could. And then they just couldn't follow you there anymore. And I think there are some of them who may have wrote you off and said, well, this is how this person is going to be from now on. So for you to come back from that and be so happy, so vibrant, so healthy, so beautiful is a huge accomplishment in and of itself. But to do so while being super money-minded, being very mature, Capricorn mature, being proud and smart and savvy. So you're not just back, you're better than you were, even though you've gone through something that you thought should make you less than, that you thought would devalue you. It's actually made your stock rise. What a wonderful feeling. How vindicating. When for a long time you felt like just being you was a crime. And guess what comes with this new freedom? Guess what comes with this bravery to now walk down your own road and not be limited by anyone, no matter what their title is? Money, success. The road rolls out in front of you. The chariot roars down this road. Fate, life path. Your ego feels amazing, but more than that, there is a sort of deep loyalty and strength that you are building between you and the people you love. Things have gotten serious and you have grown up. And I don't know if a lot of people noticed, but they're beginning to. And they have so much respect for you and what you have done, what you've accomplished. As do I. Shall we look at these cards? Love you. Hi Libra, welcome to the second part of your reading. Butterfly. You know, you've really been through it. And either you're still in the tunnel or you've persevered and made your way out. That first row is the process. The process that you have been going through for years. Some of you, let's start with that 8 of Cups, for about 8 years. Before things really got too difficult. But you found yourself in it. And you were able to battle what perhaps up until now has been your biggest vice. That being to not want to rock the boat. To learn to get along. Doesn't seem awful as vices go, but it was only when you decided to overcome that, to take the importance away from your image and invest more in yourself, decide based on what you needed and not what it should look like. It was only when you did that, when you chose yourself truly, that you were able to really fathom how unhappy you had been. Now, whatever step in this process you're at right now, that's okay. That first row is acknowledging all the different stages you may be in. The stages you perhaps vacillate between. There's no linear forward movement with a Libra. You kind of zigzag your way there. Regardless, that 6 of Wands says you make it through. You make it through and you are grateful and you are full of energy, and it's a very interesting kind of energy because you have been through so much, because you have healed from so much and are still healing or still going through it. And then you have Venus come into Virgo right behind you. So you want to do the things that you generally keep yourself from doing. You want to say the things that you generally will stop yourself from saying. This can be wonderful, but it can also be tricky. For people who have been together for a while, it's wonderful. For people who don't know each other very well, especially from now until about the 10th, it can lead to a lot of jealousy. It's easy for people who don't know you well to become jealous because they don't understand where you're at right now in your life. You want to be out, you want to be meeting people, it's not just on a sexual vibe, you just want to connect. You are the great connector and you feel better or are in the process of feeling better, and you want to celebrate that and celebrate yourself. And it's really quite wonderful. And as long as you keep pushing forward and choosing yourself, you keep having these wonderful experiences, which also come along with wonderful work opportunities, collaborations that you would never have bumped into had you not decided to celebrate yourself, had you not decided to celebrate your healing and choose yourself and do something different. Now, it's easy in a time like this to go overboard, especially with the Leo placements, Mars and Venus in Leo for most of July. It's easy to spend too much. It's easy to spend based on money that hasn't come in yet. It's easy to be wasteful, okay? So instead of letting that cave in on you, instead use that as a motivator. What do you need to do? How much do you need to make? What new ideas do you need to implement so you won't feel trapped? So you won't be afraid? How much do you need to feel safe and secure? And what do you need to do and begin to get there? These are real conversations that you can have with yourself in July and come up with excellent answers. You can break free from whatever your situation is now and get more in alignment, Chariot, with your life path. It's a great time to do so. But spending doesn't get you there. Really honest conversations with yourself get you there. And those honest conversations are going to lead to risky decisions, which is how we leave July. Risky decisions that are in fact very healing because they tie to this Five of Cups. They're decisions you wish you had made a long time ago, and this time you're doing it right. And it feels so good to have that closure. The situation it harkens back to that old Three of Cups has nothing to do with this new situation. It's just how you're handling it. Same kind of situation, but this time you know what you're doing. And you're handling it perfectly. So those risks are well taken. They're very satisfying. And they're redefining you without you having to do much. You choosing you is always going to keep you current. You choosing you is always going to keep you relevant. Because that's that wonderful space in which you evolve and are truly yourself. That space where you forget what other people are going to say or think, and you just do what makes you happy. It's in those moments that your authenticity really shines and your creativity comes to the forefront. And that's wonderful because instead of just being a curator of the aesthetic, you can at times like this become the creator of the aesthetic. And that's really fun too. And perhaps that's part of your fool's journey. Perhaps that's one of the realizations that you come to at the end of July. Let's see. I love you, love you. If you would like to take a look at the extended, it is available through Vimeo. There's a PayPal link and there's a Patreon link. The Libra reading has been out for about 2 weeks on Patreon at this point. If you're interested in a personal reading, there's a Cameo link below. If you are interested in a daily horoscope, come on over to Instagram. It is at the Quietest Revolution. If you are interested in these gorgeous rings, this is the World Ring and this is the Empress. These are both available at the ring links below, and all of the above mentioned, including how to join Patreon, is available on the website, ambercon.com. I love you, love you, love you. I'll see you in the extended right now.